Alrighty, YouTube pleasantries. Hello, all who are watching from the future. I am Tidbit, she, her. I play video games, I do voices, and we are currently doing the Apollo Justice Trilogy. Alone. Because that's going to be an important distinction. Coming, I don't know when. There's chat. Looks like Owl won the first race. You get no prizes. You get no prizes. All right. Let's get the no. Wah! We don't want sore winners. It's a bad precedent. Speaking of bad, I was feeling horrific this morning. I was conked out. But then laughter doesn't matter. Laughter does a body good, because, oh boy, I could not stop laughing at the Danganronpa stream Jello did recently. Are you early, or am I late? Daylight savings happened! So, in America, a lot of us move the clock on the 9th of March. And then we move it sometime in fall. I have never had the dates, like, organized in my head. The Tidnot stream. You're watching my fake? No! Alright, so, just as a recap, this lady went through time travel, supposedly did a wedding twice. Larry tried to escape with her. Gloomsbury tried to kill Ellen. Soren is the guy who was supposed to be married to Ellen during the wedding. And Pierce has just shown up going, well, you have figured out that we did a big ruse. In one photo, it's yellow. Oh, I guess we don't have that photo. In another one, there was red flowers. I can tell that you are not a renowned lawyer for nothing. I must say, I underestimated you. How so, Mr. Nickety? You have managed to name each event precisely as they happened. You have revealed it all to the light of day. Then, that means it was us. We orchestrated the whole thing. We made it up. It's not real. Yes, the reception was held twice. But not because of time travel, no. We simply held it a second time. What? Why? Why on earth would you do such a thing? To make it as though the murder Miss Ellen committed never happened. What? Master Soren figured that if Miss Ellen, who'd killed Gloomsbury after the first reception, experienced the reception one more time, she would think it was all a dream. It was he who ordered us to make it happen. However, only a few, myself included, knew of Miss Ellen's crime. Are you saying most of the guests attended 2 receptions without knowing why? Indeed. They needed no reason. Master Soren told them to do it, and they did it. That is the Sprocket way. When we say, take that metal tube and fly it in the sky, they don't say how, they tell us how high. Then, who hid the body in the lantern? We did. But we did not anticipate the pedals finding their way in, nor the actions of Mr. Butts. And that's how you intended to cover the whole situation up. There is just one thing everyone here has wrong. The real scene of the murder was not the hold. It was the Vista deck. What? Then Miss Wyatt's recollection of the events must be correct. I admit we tried to cover this incident up, but the fact that Miss Ellen killed Gloomsbury is undeniable.
This is quite a turn of events.
I wonder who's laughing. It was one of the posh ones. And so, it appears we have arrived at the truth at last. Those ats were really close together, Edgeworth. I do not care. I am going to win. No. Please, do feel free to travel back in time, Mr. Wright, and attempt to do this trial over again. Go on. Okay. Wait! You forget I do have time travel powers. Yes, but you have only loaded one save. You can only go back to the moment that Mr. Knickabody showed up. True. Let's not get hasty, Edgeworth. I bet you can't do it. The game's really saying, go backwards, go backwards. I bet I can't either! Your Honor, we will have to hold a separate trial for the cover-up conspiracy later. But, as far as this case goes, I believe we are ready for your ruling.
Objection!
Objection! Just before the defendant lost consciousness during her attack, she says she saw someone strike the victim. It's possible that this third party is the true culprit.
Objection!
Objection! You still want us to believe the defendant's words? Perhaps you've lost more than your touch during your time abroad. This third-person nonsense is nothing but rubbish, and you know it. Wow, they even mention him being abroad. This DLC case is directly after the final case. How weird to just include this.
Objection!
Is this like a collection exclusive? Objection! But, by the same token, how can we trust those who conspired and lied to fool this court of law? For all we know, they might be still hiding something. You never know when to quit, do you?
Now, calm down, both of you. In any case, there isn't enough trustworthy information yet for me to render a verdict. I suggest we continue the trial after both sides have investigated the matter further.
Very well, Your Honor. You'll love Edgeworth's voice? Then I'm gonna sitcom for you. Yes, it has kind of diluted from being Niles Crane. But it can easily go back to that, just with a few simple tweaks. That was close.
Mr. Mr. Nickety, as for you and your cohort's attempt to cover up this crime, your case will be brought to a separate trial following the resolution of this current one.
Understood, Your Honor.
Well then, did you forget your own voice?
Maybe a little bit.
This concludes today's trial. Court is adjourned.
What did you miss? Nickety came in and said, we covered up the crime. We held the reception twice, but not because of time travel. Because the crime happened on the Vista deck. That's about it. I forgot America had day isn't savings. Yeah, because it ain't saving us time. It's just causing headaches. Well, the stream's over. This is the next chapter. Oh no. I just realized. With the red coat right here. There's just gonna be a mark of Apollo still here, isn't there? Forevermore. Seriously, why the frick have they not revealed that Apollo and Drusy are siblings yet? Why? What? So, the whole time travel thing was just a ruse put on by the guests at the reception?
Looks like it. I knew there had to be some kind of trick to it.
Wow, 2 wedding receptions. Can you imagine? Do you realize how much goes into a wedding? You gotta get the head count, you gotta talk to the caterers about the head count and about the estimated amount of food to eat. And so the fact that they were on a flying chapel with very limited stocks and they were able to fake another reception. Wah! Were they expecting to get stranded in time or something? The time travel wasn't real. Ugh. I wonder how much that must have cost them.
I have no idea. But if you have to ask, you're not rich enough to want to know. Still, if you've got the money, it's a pretty good way to cover things up, if you ask me. Just convince people, tell them that they should, you know, do what you say because you pay them.
Oh, Evelyn's not in the chat, but is speaking through Ivy like some sort of possession. Apollo. Maybe that cost some of it. That cult has some of his DNA. We can clone him. I went but past. I am Maya for Evelyn. Voice inside her head. Tom DeLonge. Who? You got that right. I'm sure I would have been completely fooled. Hi, I'm back.
Hey, Maya. Are you all set to go?
Yup, ready when you are. So, what should we start with?
Let's start with reviewing what we learned at the trial. What Ellen thought was time travel was really just a performance put on by the Sprockets. But other than that, it seems that what Ellen told us was actually all true.
So what really matters right now is the identity of the mysterious person Ellen said she saw while she was being attacked. So, who is this mystery person?
That's the million-dollar question, I'm afraid.
You get paid that much?
No, it's the expression. But if we want to clear Ellen of any suspicion, then figuring out who they are is key.
You know, with the Sprockets, $1 million question is probably asked 10 times a day or something.
Yep. Where's the jet?
I think I'll take toilets for 200 instead, Mr. Wright.
Well, at least there were only so many people on that airship that night. And we know who the mastermind of the whole cover-up plot was, too. So, that's good.
Tid, you remember the Grump saying, "Voice in my head, weird"? Can't believe you solved the time travel in 10 minutes. Yep. Totally wasn't because we just hit another chapter. And that was supposed to be the twist. The twist. I do not remember the Grump saying. You mean the groom, Soren Sprocket, right?
Exactly. He might know something that could help us out.
So then, what am I doing? Wait, no, they'd be at the detention center.
Is it Edgeworth? So then, what am I doing here? Oh, it's
The last person I thought.
so then, what am I doing here? I'm a very busy man, you know. Well, all of the other people involved are Soren's family members. So I thought I'd better start by interviewing you. Even if I probably shouldn't trust a word out of your mouth. Oh, man! I have a really tight schedule, but oh heck! What are friends for, right? Your schedule just says mope from 10 p.m. to 10 p.m. Yeah, it's an all-day event. Okay, pal! Go ahead, ask me anything! You do remember it was you who came to me for help in the first place, right? The incident. I want to go over exactly what happened when before I want to go over exactly what happened when before I step outside this office again. Since you were there, Larry, do you think you could help me get all of this straight in my head? If I gotta. Wow. Okay, so the first reception was held at 7 p.m. on the day of the incident. That's the one you tried to crash, right? Huh? Yeah, that's right. And then they locked me up in a cabin. It was awful, I tell you. Too bad we're not here to focus on you, Larry. And then the incident occurred after this first reception at around 10 p.m. What? Look at this pose! Markiplier meme. Oh my gosh, it is! It's like the Halo grab meme. The what? Ellen was attacked in the reception hall by Gloomsbury. He forced her out onto the Vista deck and was just about to kill her. But Ellie fought back and ended up killing old Gloomsbury instead. To cover it up, the family quickly threw together a second reception. That's what Edgy is claiming anyway. You mean claiming? Have I been saying it wrong my whole life? It's like getting litmus test wrong. That's not how you say it, Larry. What? You even know what a litmus test is? To compare things? Technically. Get on with it. But I know my Ellie didn't do it. The key point here is the mystery person Ellen said she saw strike Gloomsbury. Just before she passed out. Did you see anybody suspicious skulking around that day? Nope, not a soul! There were no mirrors on that entire ship! Good, you even protected yourself with that line. Because I was locked up in a cabin at the time! But you did manage to escape and sneak back to the reception hall. That's when you switched the lanterns in the event hall with the lantern in the hold, right? Did you see anybody then? No. The place was completely deserted, including the desserts. I guess because that Pierce Butler guy had everybody gathered together somewhere. That makes sense. He must have been going over the cover-up plan with them. So, clearly the murder had already happened by the time Larry got out. They must have gotten everything really fast, and had the second reception soon after that. Then, after that second reception, Ellie went to clean up the reception hall. And, as luck would have it, that's when she found the body in the lantern I brought up. Oh, now it's starting to sound like my fault. Nah, that can't be it. I tried to do something nice for Ellie out of the goodness of my heart, and this happens! We still don't know exactly what happened during the actual murder itself.
The Markiplier punch. Me when I see a child with an incredibly shakeable neck. I know this is a stretch, but speaking of Lantern and Holt, did you hear about the new DC Lantern Corps? That's the saddest people in the universe, founded by a guy. What color? What color are they? Because I know blue is hope, purple is togetherness, pink is love, orange is greed, red is rage, yellow is fear, green is willpower. Light blue. The same color as my tears. I didn't even know purple. Yeah, the only reason I know about the Purple Lantern Corps is because of one of the Lego DC games. Someone takes over the Purple Lantern Corps, and you gotta fight the Purple Lantern Corps. They all act like zombies. Don't forget Orange, the best corp. Oh, you mean Star Sapphire? Did they rework it? I don't know. We'll just have to look into it, along with the identity of that mystery person. So, while the murder was taking place, you were locked up in a cabin. Did you see anything unusual while you were in there? You know, there was this one thing. That isn't this piece of evidence? In the cabin? Let's see. Well, there was that pterodactyl flying through the sky. It's pretty unusual. Right. That drawing of that pterodactyl you saw. What's with all the air quotes? I really did see it, I swear! But, Larry, the time travel thing never actually happened. Which means you couldn't have seen a real pterodactyl flying through the sky. Are you doubting the eye of a super popular picture book artist? You had a burning bridge upside down. Your eyesight is f***ing wonky. Wonky. Girl, they don't bother with color. Much like the Star Sapphire Corps, they just call it the Sorrow Lanterns. The outfit is white, though. Gosh. They're supposed to be the spectrum of color, and yet they just keep adding more stuff, which you'd think would add more colors, but nope. No, I'm just sure you saw something else and mistook it for a flying reptile. Nick! You're making me doubt my own eyes! I'm not even sure what I saw! Either way, you have no idea what actually happened in the real scene of the murder. That's right. And I can say that with... Why do you have the nervous face? That's right, and I can say that with every confidence. Oh, wow, would you look at the time? Where's the Psyche Locks? Give me the fucking Psyche Locks.
I'd better go. I have a book signing to get to. A book signing? Whose book? Who do you think? Mine, of course. It's a Laurice Donham book signing. I bet you went around and begged a bunch of bookstores to let you do one. Of course not. They're the ones coming around to beg me. Looks like I guessed right. Anyway, I have to go. I'll send you 10 copies of my new book that just got released the other day, alright? 10? That's very generous of you. What are you talking about? I'm gonna send you the bill, of course, too. Just put him down as an office expense or something. We'll see ya. Wait, where? We don't need. He's gone.
I'll take a copy, boss, and make sure it's signed.
Oh, boy. Trucy's not gonna like this office expense.
Oh, right, because funny enough, Trucy's like the breadwinner of the office. It's like her magic shows do numbers. She's on big stages with huge props and cute bunny girls. So everything comes out of Trucy's pocket. There goes our first lead. What do you want to tackle next, Nick?
Right. We should really hit the streets now, huh? How about we go see Ellen?
Sounds good, boss. I bet I can cheer her up.
I thought you were going to help Trucy with her magic show again today, Athena. Weren't you supposed to go meet her right about now? Trucy said she was going to practice her new trick on you, if I recall.
On me? Really?
Trucy's show is an important source of income for our agency, you know. You can leave the case to us. So you go ahead and run along now.
But boss!
Off you go, Athena.
No! I don't want to die!
We better get going too, Maya. Like old days.
Okay. Did I just watch you sentence one of your own coworkers to death?
She's a subordinate. Get it right.
Okay. Captain Death March.
Do not call me that. Oh, great. She's at it again.
Oh, my poor sweet Soren. I wonder how he's getting along without me.
Hello, Ellen.
Oh, Mr. Veit, what's going to happen with the trial? Do you think...
Well, first and foremost, we have to hurry up and find this mystery person you saw just before you passed out.
Do you think that person could be the real killer?
It's quite possible, and if we can prove that, we can clear you of all charges. And I don't know what's going on, but my throat is getting all creaky.
So, we're doing this 30 minutes early. But by daylight saving time technicality, this is 30 minutes late. Ain't time travel fun? The perfect timing with this case. When we find out that it wasn't time travel, the literal clocks set themselves. Unless it's a microwave, then you gotta go manually do it, which I forget how.
Actually, Would you happen to know where Soren is right now?
He's usually busy with meetings all afternoon, but he should be home by evening. Look at her little face. I don't like that she's holding someone else's underwear. Or is that hers? There. I don't know why she's presenting it like this. But her face.
I think I'd better go have a chat with him later then. Why am I being treated to a view of someone's underwear?
Mr. Wright, don't tell me. You suspect my sweet Soren?
Well, he is the one who masterminded the second reception after the time skip. So I thought he might be able to tell us something.
How could you, Mr. Wright? You can't possibly think my Soren would never kill anyone.
Alright, just calm down.
No! If you're accusing my Soren!
Please, I'm not accusing anybody, so please put the pan and ladle down, alright?
Really?
I wish I had that thing of where I could scroll up once, like in the fan game, to go back to the previous slide to get her to whack the pan just randomly again. Whunk! Cross my heart. So, for now, would you mind if I ask you a few more things about the case? You can just do that, right? I'd better be careful not to provoke her. Could you tell me about Soren?
There's nothing to tell. He's squeaky clean.
Alright, okay. Maybe I should avoid the topic of Soren right now. Let's talk about something else then.
Fine, but you won't hear a peep out of me about Soren.
Talk about pulling teeth. Yeah. Persnickety. Could you tell me about Persnickety, then?
Pierce. He came to Sprocket Manor about a year ago. As the family butler, he's now in charge of everything in the household.
Only a year ago? Did he have some kind of special connection with the family?
I'm just a maid, so I'm not privy to such things, I'm afraid.
Mm-hmm. It might be Soren's order, but Pierce is the one who coordinated the whole thing. He's the one who really orchestrated the grand time travel farce. He must have quite a bit of authority in that family. But no matter how good he is at his job, how could anybody gain that much influence in a single year?
I really don't know. I mean, he is an exceptional butler. Wouldn't that explain it?
Is it really as simple as that?
We're at Ace Attorney Land. No.
What you thought was time travel was really just a cover-up carried out by your in-laws. Pierce said Soren was the one who ordered the whole thing.
I still can't believe it. If the second reception was fake, Soren would never use time travel for something like that. He's very serious about his time machine research, you know.
I heard there's a reason he's researching time machines, actually. Something about something he wishes he could change. But isn't the whole idea of traveling back in time a little fantastic?
For I don't think so.
Why'd you say for?
Because you said fantastic.
Looks at you with the stare. I know what you are. A rivals player.
After all, Soren said real time travelers do exist.
Really now? You think he knows someone who actually traveled through time?
That's right. I haven't seen it personally, but Soren said as much. So, I believe it.
Somebody who actually traveled through time. It's pretty hard to believe, but she's a time traveler. She's from 2000 when they still mattered. When what still mattered? Thank you, Ellen.
You're going out to do your investigation now, aren't you?
Yes, that's right.
Please make sure you don't cause Soren any trouble, okay?
I'm afraid I can't promise you that.
What? Please, whatever you do, please don't upset my poor Soren any further. I'm begging you, begging you.
Yeah, I'll do my best not to cause him any unnecessary trouble. Why does everyone say that?
Oh, I couldn't bear it if Soren ever came under suspicion. I'd rather be found guilty myself!
Yikes! Ellen, please, don't work yourself up like this. You don't want Soren to worry, do you?
Pat. No, you're right.
And the floodwaters recede once more. Oy.
So, what do we do now, Nick?
Well, Ellen said Soren is usually in meetings until the evening, so let's save our house call until then. Why don't we go to the mooring dock and figure out our next move from there?
Roger, Nick. Roger.
I am still so shocked that I was able to call that this looked like a pterodactyl. I mean, it's supposed to look like a pterodactyl, but it's still so funny that I'm like, hey, I think my brain is playing tricks on me. Let me point out that this looks like a pterodactyl. Oh, frick. My chat died again. And that's why the stream messages are really handy, because I can just see in the little corner it vaguely move and go, mine's not moving. Fantastic Four. Oh yeah, that's 2000s is when the Chris Evans ones came out.
Oh, I couldn't bear.
Image transitions to a polar bear. Where's Goober? Do you think the face that characters are closer to you... Do you think the face that characters are closer to you in this room implies that this side of the window is really cramped? Yep, I've always seen it as that, of just like the really close, and it's just me. I mean, they are generally one-person booths, but that's America. I don't know what a detention center looks like in Japan. So, where should we start?
Let's see. Are there any places we haven't examined yet? We already investigated the reception hall and Sprocket Manor.
I know. We haven't looked at the Vista deck or the hold yet.
Hey, you're right. We still got some pretty important places left to examine, don't we? The Vista deck is the actual scene of the murder, right?
And the lantern with the body in it was stored in the hold. I think there's a good chance we'll find some important clues in those locations.
Do we know how to get to the hold?
Good question. I think it was labeled on the diagram of the airship in this pamphlet. You get to the Vista deck.
There it is.
How are you doing that to the page?
I'm a spirit medium. Duh.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go.
Seriously, can I please just examine this and be like, Wow! That sign really got smashed up.
There were some really high winds yesterday. And they say that bench was blown right into the sign.
Wow! I wish I could have seen that.
If you'd been there, you would have gotten blown away by the winds too, you know.
That sounds kind of fun, actually. Don't tell me you've never tried to use an umbrella to fly when you were a kid.
I think I'll take staying alive over fun. Thank you very much.
I know the song Staying Alive. Is there a song called Fun?
Not important, Maya.
Sorry, I just wanted to make a reference.
As opposed to the Mary Poppins reference.
Have you ever actually watched the movie?
No.
Oh. If there's friends who do stuff together. Okay, let's move to the hold. We don't get to go to the Vista deck.
So, this is the hold.
And there's a little pair of lesbians over here. How adorable.
This is where Pierce orchestrated the whole cover-up operation. We'd better go over this place with a fine-tooth comb.
Hey, Nick. Weren't we supposed to need a key card to get in here?
Huh. You're right. I wonder why it's unlocked.
Wait, no. It's Emma. How's it going, Mr. Wright? Damn it, I thought it was Gummy! No! Pearl? No. Seriously, can we please just have Gummy show up once? Give him a 3D model! Or is he too poor? He can only exist in 2D.
Emma! What are you doing down here?
You know he isn't. Poor? It's his defining character trait. He's not even in the fan game yet. The detective mate. Well, he was in the fan game. He was in the opening graphic. He's the one behind the glass. And also, don't they zoom into him at the pool? Because he's supposedly the murderer. Edgeworth style. So he shows up twice in the fan game. I don't know what you're talking about. Just a little independent investigation for my own sake. Gotta keep the mind sharp.
Ah, so the door security system was turned off for the police investigation. We'd like to investigate the hold ourselves. Would that be all right?
Yeah, sure. The police just finished their examination anyway.
Thanks. We'll just take a quick look around then.
Oh, right. You should know that the floor doubles as a huge lift. You can use that lever way back there to raise it up to the Vista deck. The police inspected it already, but didn't find anything of particular interest, it seems. If you go up to the Vista deck with the lift, be careful not to fall off.
Got it. Thanks.
That goes double for you, Maya. Yes, ma'am. What? Why am I getting singled out? Because the single lady gets singled out. That's what you get.
Well, let's get this show on the road. Yeah, let's talk. Any progress with your investigation?
Nothing conclusive yet, I'm afraid. Almost everybody was involved with the cover-up. So it's hard to know who or what to believe.
I know what you mean.
Unless you have some compelling evidence, I'm afraid it's going to be a tough trial for you.
You're telling me. Ugh. There isn't much time left, so I've just got to make do and see what I can turn up. So, there are two mega...
I keep on reading those as Mega Ball. Which is the new Transformer. Yeah, did you hear? Transformers Cyberworld, the new series that's coming out. Megatron has been changed to Mega Ball. Which is very interesting to take for Megatron.
So, there are two male Pegaball lanterns in the reception hall. That must mean that these two female Pegacow are female Pegacow lanterns.
Larry got their sexes mixed up when he replaced the one in the reception hall, huh? Didn't he see the horns? The difference is pretty glaring, if you ask me.
And yet he managed to not notice. And he managed not to notice. That's what makes Larry Larry.
Mega Balls? Can he Mega Ball a perfect game? Larry misgendering, shaking my head.
And Larry being Larry is why I've seen more than my fair shares of troubles for a lifetime.
Oh, Mr. Wright? You know that the lantern the victim was found inside of the reception hall. I'm just about to go piece it back together so the police can examine it.
Oh? Okay. We'll stop by for a look, too, once you're done fixing it.
There's an aeroplane. Ooh, look, Nick! It's an airplane!
I wonder if Soren built that one, too.
Hey! Why don't we take it for a spin? It's just a quick tour around the neighborhood.
And who do you propose is going to pilot that wooden death trap?
Me, of course. Who else? Don't worry, I've seen people fly airplanes on TV plenty of times. You just, when something bad's about to happen, you pull up. That's all you do.
I think I'll pass.
Oh, you will. It's Death Trap.
I've still got my whole life ahead of me.
The wedding bells.
What's that? A wedding bell?
According to the pamphlet, it's used on the Vista deck during wedding ceremonies to bless the newlyweds.
Where'd you get those glasses?
Yeah. They make me look so smart.
I guess they disassembled and stored it away here in the hold when it's not being used.
I didn't see the glasses. Guess you need a pair of glasses to see the glasses.
Huh. It looks like there are some fingerprints on the candelabra.
It was in the lounge with the candlestick. Professor Plum.
There isn't a lounge anywhere on this boat.
It's not a boat, Nick. It's a ship.
What's the difference? I can legitimately see that as a bit of the latter bit of just like, what's the difference between a boat and a ship? Is it not a boat? Is it not a ship? It looks like there are some fingerprints on this candelabra.
Yeah, I just got done dusting that.
Oh, thank you for doing it beforehand.
I was able to pull up a set of left-hand prints.
Do you know whose prints they are?
Yes. The prints belong to the victim, Dumas Gloomsbury. Nick! I just figured out something amazing!
You did?
Get this. If the fingerprints on the candelabra were from his left hand, then Mr. Doom and Gloom must have been left-handed! What do you think of that? Do I have the makings of a great detective or what?
Get those glasses off your face.
Already did. They weren't even there before. I used time travel to remove them from every mention.
What the fuck? You're really a silly Sally if you thought that deduction was in any way encyclopedic.
Hey, you're pretty good, Maya.
Emma, do you have the hots for her?
Depends on which Tumblr post you're looking at.
Kiri simply enters with no words.
Kiri has arrived. I looked into it myself, and sure enough, the victim really was left-handed. Really? I got it right? Awesome!
Good for you, Maya.
Good for you? That's all you got to say?
I think you did a really great job, Maya. Way to go. I guess one can never have too much info.
Now you're talking.
But come to think of it, this candelabra isn't in the photo Larry took of the hold, is it?
Huh.
But there's also two different Pegamoos in the background.
That picture was taken when they were getting ready for the first reception, right? The candelabra must have been brought in here sometime after that, then.
It's still possible it has something to do with the incident, though. I'd better add it to the evidence file, just in case.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Wright, you can have this fingerprint powder if you like.
You're giving this to us? We have like 13 of these.
Sure. I have 4 other sets.
Thanks. Ooh. I feel like there's something more to the candelabra, but I can't put my finger on it.
Emma's like me, but with... instead of Transformers, it's fingerprint dusting sets. Can't get enough Transformers. Ooh, it's a cake, Nick! A cake! It's so big. They might miss one little piece, would they?
If you're that in the mood for a mouthful of styrofoam, sure, knock yourself out.
You mean it's not real? Well, it sure fooled me. I was so ready to have some of that. I'm really craving cake now. Come on, Nick. Let's go get some.
Maybe after the trial is over.
That's gonna take 2 weeks.
Yeah, these games aren't short. Imagine a detective game you could finish in 10 minutes if you just input all the answers correctly. So, this is the airship's engine. It's pretty impressive.
And it's all rhythmic, like a heartbeat. It's the literal heart of the Flying Chapel! Look at all those huge gears spinning around. And around, and around, and around. Oh, I think I'm starting to get dizzy.
Yeah, me too.
These are the flowers we saw in Larry's photo.
The petals make them look like gears. The perfect flower for the Sprocket family. Maybe they were going to shower the couple with the petals.
You mean kind of like how people throw rice or confetti?
Yeah, like that. A Metal Gear here? Yeah. Doctor, remove my reference inhibitors. Huh, Metal Gear. Only these were found at the scene of a murder instead. Doctor. These must be the dishes and glasses they use for the reception. Very fancy. I bet we'd be in big trouble if we broke any of them. Looks at Maya.
Oh, I want to see, Nick.
No. You, young lady, need to stay far, far away from them.
Nick! You think I'm gonna break them, don't you?
I don't like how your pout face is just like... Are you rubbing off on Truzy?
Why do you think the voices are so similar? Where do you think she got it? Definitely wasn't from you. Stick up the butt.
You're the cool aunt, aren't you?
I'm the cool aunt.
Let's just say your rap sheet for breaking things doesn't help your case. Shrek reference? Who would reference something that's 20 years old?
Ugh, I fucking hit myself with that one. It's like, yeah, Shrek 2 is 20 years old. Ugh. It came out in 2005, Ibby. It's 20 years old. Shrek 1 came out in 2001.
Oh, look. There's the lever to the lift Emma told us about.
Let's try going up on it. I'll go flip the switch. Here goes nothing.
Wait, I'm not even on yet! Huh? Hey, Maya, stop the lift!
Whoops, sorry, got a little carried away. Whoa, what's with that face?
Never mind that. Move over a little.
Okay.
Move over a little. Disappears into the steps into the fourth dimension. Is that blood?
Blood? Let me see.
Why aren't you scared at blood?
Because it's my job, Mr. Lawyer Man. Wouldn't you get so excited if you saw a helpless victim?
No! I'd get scared!
Still, this is my job.
Could it be Mr. Gloomsbury's blood?
Well, this lift goes up to the Vista deck, where the murder took place, so... I think that's the most logical conclusion.
Ketchup.
Imagine being born in a world without Shrek.
And then rejoice, 'cause Shrek! What are they on now? Is it 4 or 5? Shrek 5 is coming out! They're using the magic mirror as a phone! Isn't that relatable? Yeah, you're young kids!
Number 5, okay.
Don't you like the Shrek memes? Memes! But I thought the victim was clubbed to death. And that there wasn't much blood. Something tells me I better take a picture of this. I should ask Emma about it some more later. Maya, can you bring the lift back down now?
You got it. I'll go flip the switch again. There! Done.
I want to find out some more about that blood stain. But for now, I guess we should go up to the Vista deck and take a look around the actual crime scene for ourselves.
The view must be great from up there. I bet it'll be awesome.
You mean it would be if it wasn't the scene of a murder, as I just said.
Okay. To the Vista deck we go. Make sure you actually get on the lift this time, Nick.
I know.
Okay, I'll just flip the switch again, and away we go!
Maya! It's like an escalator. It's terrifying. Where'd the gears go?
Wow! Look at the gorgeous view!
So, this is where Ellen was attacked, and Mr. Gloomsbury was killed. Yeesh. One wrong step and it's kersplat on the ground below.
Should we go investigate the stuff that's a little closer to the edge?
Well, I don't see much of anything over there.
You're looking at the floor.
Yeah? What's your point? The police investigation didn't turn up any clues either, so,
Are you scared of heights?
yes, we established this in game number 3 with the fucking bridge that was on fire.
Wow, this really is coming full circle.
No, it's just a big long line of the same thing happening over and over again. It's like a spiral. You look at it at 2D, it's a loop, but in actuality, it's just a spiral going down into hell. Maybe we don't need to.
Oh, I get it. You're scared, aren't you, Nick?
Of course not. Come on, let's go back down and finish checking out the hold.
Seriously? That was it? You know that thing that men want quests? Emma wants mysteries. She needs a girl to give her problems to investigate. Magic Mirror was mewing.
Irma the Scooby-Doo gang.
She's the sight of Elma, the peril of Daphne, the ascot of Fred, the munchies of Shaggy, and the hair color of Scooby. My gosh, she is wearing an ascot. I never clocked that about her design. Phoenix's donkey on the bridge scene in Shrek 1. Candelabra. Emma, can we check out this candelabra a bit more? You found blood. You want me to check the candelabra? Yeah. A little more? What do you... Oops. What happened? I almost dropped the candelabra and the candles slept off. Well, let's be careful with that. It might be important evidence. Wait a minute. Now what? On the pins that hold the one of the pins that hold the candle is broken. What? There's definitely something fishy about this candelabra. There is? What makes you say that? I am a high and tidy woman. I have my interests. That aren't fingerprinting? Yes. That aren't blood analyzation? Yes, that too. I have other interests. At least 3. Call it forensic investigator's intuition. We already dusted this for Prince earlier. So let's test it with luminol this time. Knowing Emma, she'd use every tool she has at the same time if she could. She like CSI Miami. Just hang on. This will only take a second. Paris Ace Attorney lore. I hope this turns up a new lead or something. Well, Emma, did you find anything? Take a look at this, Mr. Wright. Ugh. What is all that blood doing on there? Oh, they changed it. Be our guest. No, Nick, the blue part. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm used to looking at red. Maybe someone else got hurt while they were setting up for the reception? These pins are pretty sharp. But if one of the pins is broken, it means there was some force involved. Do you think maybe somebody got stabbed? But nobody reported anything like that. There's a certain someone who might be good at repairing things. That's quite a bit of blood. I wonder whose it is. If I have anything that might shed some light on that, I should probably show it to Emma. Sorry about that. Had to sneeze. Will this do anything? Is there something I can do to help you with that? Actually, I was hoping it would help me move my investigation along. How very meta of you. Sorry, but that's not gonna do much for you here, I'm afraid. That's too bad. Aw, don't look so glum. You have to keep a positive outlook. Sneeze on Mike, coward. Sneeze on Mike, you coward! Marshy's here. Sneeze again for them. I've been here the whole time, doodling. Woo! Why don't you take a break with something sweet? Why are you looking at Maya when you say that? I highly recommend Snackadoos myself. You want to try some?
That one is half eaten, and they are bite-sized. What do you mean? No thanks. I appreciate the offer, though.
Sneeze on Marshy's drawing. Enter is too close to the enter key. Apostrophe is close to the enter. Apostrophe is the apostrophe of the enter key, and the apostrophe and the key and the enter of the enter. You ever have a dream that you ever had and it all went good? Shoot yourself. You don't know what you're missing. Okay, now we know what the ad looks like. Hatsune Miku. Sad snack. Do I have to present the candelabra to her after it just changed? Because we walked up to her? Oh, that. I forgot there was 3 pages. Let's go with this.
Emma, about this bloodstain. Doesn't something about it strike you as odd?
What's so odd about the victim's blood?
That's not exactly... There's just something about it that bothers me.
Now that you mention it, I can't say I necessarily disagree with you.
Maybe I should talk about this some more with her.
Why couldn't we just have this conversation with the item? Why does it have to be a separate text box?
About this bloodstain.
What about it?
There's something about it that's been bothering me.
Oh yeah? What's that?
Well, there's a huge bloodstain on the crime scene lift and a blood-stained candelabra.
Why'd you say it so weird?
Blood-stained candelabra. Better?
Much.
Now, this is only a guess, but I'm thinking maybe these 2 bloodstains are from the same source. I'm thinking maybe these 2 bloodstains are from the same source.
I guess that is a possibility.
Can we compare the 2 bloodstains? Would that take a lot of time?
Are you kidding? Don't underestimate the power of science. It'll be done in a jiffy.
Don't you mean Giphy?
Heck no. No. Mr. Wright, you're too old to be making that joke.
I'm 30.
And the results are in. Didn't take long. Now, did it? It seems that the blood from the lift and candelabra are from the same person. Look at her phone grip. Yeah, her pinky's doing some work.
Well, the victim was clubbed to death, and there wasn't all that much blood.
But if this isn't Mr. Gloomsbury's blood...
Well, this is just a guess, but what if Mr. Gloomsbury stabbed somebody with the candelabra pin? That would explain both the huge blood stain on the lift and the blood on the candelabra.
Oh my goodness. If that's true, then that means there was somebody else present at the scene of the murder.
It does, doesn't it? This just might substantiate Ellen's statement about a 3rd person. Yes! Emma, could you have this blood analyzed?
Sure thing.
A mysterious bloodstain on a candelabra with the victim's prints on it. This just might be the thing to back up Ellen's memory of seeing a third person. Next up, the reception hall. It might be worth taking another look around in there.
The reception hall? The forensics team is in there investigating right now.
Oh, they are?
Well, we don't have time to just sit around, so let's go check out something else.
Good idea. We could go question some people, like Soren. Especially Soren. I have quite a few questions for that guy.
Sounds good, Nick. Off to do some legwork, then?
Yep. I thought we head to Soren's house for starters.
He was accompanying the police on their investigation here earlier, but he's probably home by now.
Great. Thanks. Later, Emma.
Legwork?
Yeah, I sure hope it does.
I still can't get over how gorgeous Sprocket Manor is.
Just don't touch anything.
I wasn't going to.
She was definitely going to.
I was told I had guests.
Thank you for seeing us, Soren. We know you're busy. We'd like to ask you a few questions about the case, if you wouldn't mind.
Looking at Muppet scripts. These are genius.
Soren?
You're Ellen's lawyer, right?
Yes, that's right. Don't tell me he doesn't remember me.
Will Ellen be found guilty?
We're doing everything we can to prevent that. That's why we're here, investigating. Will you please tell us what you know?
Here comes another airplane.
Soren?
Alright, fine.
What was that pause all about?
If I die, it was by Maya and Phoenix.
Why's Maya first? It was you who gave the order for that large-scale cover-up plan. Isn't that right?
What large-scale cover-up? What large-scale cover-up? Don't play dumb with us! You held 2 wedding receptions in order to try and cover up Mr. Gloomsbury's murder!
Ellen thought that, through the power of the timekeeper you built, she traveled back in time.
Ah, so that's why there were 2 receptions.
Wait, does he seriously not know why the reception was held twice? Looks like I'll have to delve deeper here.
Huh. I'm getting suspicious of if Soren... There's a part of me that's telling me there's 2 Sorens. I don't know why. And that's why they constantly write stuff down. They're writing down what the other person said and what their response is.
So, the cover-up scheme, that fake trip through time. You're not the one who's behind it all, was it?
I think you got that sentence wrong.
You're not the one who was behind it all. Pierce Nickety stated in court that you were the one who ordered it to be carried out.
Here said that. I see. I leave him in charge of everything around me. So whatever he decides is, in essence, my decision too. So I take it that you didn't know anything about the cover-up. That's none of your business. But you were in 2 wedding receptions in a row. And still you claim to know nothing. I have nothing more to say to you. Please leave, or I will use magnets. But Soren. Ugh.
Oh, there's something written on this paper airplane. Let's look at it.
I heard my husband say magnets.
Let's see. Go away! Ah!
It doesn't get clearer than that. Huh. He's looking especially uncooperative. But maybe I can grab his attention somehow. There's still that one piece of evidence I don't know much about. That's worth a try. Oh no. Does this bring anything to mind? Even some small, vague detail will do. Ugh. This guy really doesn't want to talk, does he?
We all know why Fenton Burger woman, who's been accused of murder 4 times, is listed first. Oh gosh.
Eh? Sis. You're just gonna call them sis. I don't know. Maybe they were trans and you didn't know. We're a very proud family. Look at the badge. I'm sure your sister would want the truth of this case to be known. How rude. Gay, gay, gay! I'm not straight. I have a wife. That is honestly the best thing Biscuit has ever said. It's so useful. The Proud Family on Disney Channel is intruding on the private lives of others a part of your job as a lawyer? I apologize. I guess showing him the picture of his sister wasn't a good idea after all. Blood. Blood, blood, blood. You stabbed someone. Soren, have you ever seen this before? I've never seen a red candelabra in my life. That's... Oh, it just falls out. Keep it. I have an idea if you got. Oh, you got it. What, doll? What? You can't just be like, oh, you got it. I need to know what you are thinking. Need to know everything, even if I supposedly got it. You could say, oh, you already got blank, the thing. I was gonna say pendant. Ah, we presented the pendant to him the very first time, and he was talking about if just like time travelers do exist.
That's... Soren, what is it? Nothing. Why did his whole demeanor change all of a sudden? He's gone pale as a ghost, too. Soren?
Nick, look at his stomach. He's bleeding.
Somebody, help! Soren's collapsed!
Master Soren.
Get him to the hospital, quickly now!
Poor Soren. That must be one serious wound.
My accusation number... Don't you say that, doll. Don't you say that.
What is it, Nick?
You're gonna get accused of murder.
What?
Well, when I showed him the candelabra, his whole demeanor changed. So, I was just thinking that maybe his injury is...
Huh? What's this?
It's Soren's notebook. He must have dropped it in the rush to get him to the hospital.
Oh, his notebook, huh? Mm. I wonder what's written in it. Don't you? Come on. You know you want to take a peek.
Please tell me it is everything he has said, so that way he can know exactly of just like what to do and what not to do. Soren's notebook. What to do, what to do.
He's acting pretty sus.
I feel guilty snooping around in somebody's personal notebook. But maybe we should take a look-see. Whoa. It's filled with big words written in tiny letters. I guess he uses this notebook to write down his invention ideas. Huh?
What is it? Did you find something?
After March 8th of last year, the contents of this notebook changes dramatically.
Huh. That was 2 days ago. Truly is time travel. Wait, no, don't tell me the bit about time travelers walk among us is about the daylight savings. That would be too perfect. Like how?
Well,
Happy Mario Day! Happy Mario Day! The next 2 lines will be read as a Mario. Ever since that day, Soren's been writing down every detail of his life. As in every. Maybe he decided to start keeping a diary.
this is way too detailed to be an ordinary diary.
Either he's really compulsive, or maybe just plain forgetful.
But is it really as simple as that? I feel like something happened on March 8th that made Soren change.
Doesn't say when she died. Well, why don't you let me take a look at that, and I'll tell you.
Hey, Maya! Let go or we'll rip it!
Now look what you did. You dropped it. You should just let me take a look.
How is this my fault?
Oh no, Nick.
Yeah, it fell into that pool of Soren's blood.
Jeez, guys. What?
I can't read a thing on these 2 pages now. They're super important.
Uh-oh, you're gonna get it now.
We're both in trouble, Maya. We're both adults. I guess it really is my fault after that. Let's just put it away carefully for now. I can't let anything else happen to it. You hear?
Maya's on serious drugs, and Sugar cut her some slack. Maya's on some serious drugs and Sugar cut her some slack. Maya, you dingus! Huh? Hey, look! There's something sticking out of the notebook. It looks like a newspaper article.
Let's see. It's about the car incident Soren's sister died in. It happened on March 8th. That's the day Soren's notebook completely changed. Oh, wow.
What else does it say?
It says the driver at the time of the incident was Dumas Gloomsbury. It says Soren was in the car too, and that he had sustained severe injuries. It's just like Pierce said. Soren completely changed after that accident. So, Gloomsbury was driving the car when they got into that accident. That opens up the distinct possibility.
Were you gonna finish that sentence?
Of Soren holding a grudge against Gloomsbury.
Why did I interject there? You think Soren could have...
I don't know. It's not like I have any proof. We should talk to Pierce about this when we return Soren's notebook to him. Though he doesn't seem to be here right now. Maybe he's at the Flying Chapel.
Did I miss anything? Camera.
Come back to hear more about my camera, have you?
Sorry, but I'm afraid I'm really busy right now.
What a shame. Well, if you ever want to talk about cameras, come back and see me anytime.
Sounds like even his own family members don't want to listen to him.
Shish. People and their disrespect of other people's self-interests.
Was this still cursed?
Hey, Nick! Better watch out or you'll be cursed by the bouquet... Or you'll be cursed by the bouquet of woe.
Oh, come on, Maya. Like I'm gonna believe an urban legend you just made up.
I'm a spirit medium, Nick. I have magic!
You won't get the good ending because you didn't talk to the cameraman enough in day 1, let alone day 2 and day 3. You already lost the opportunity.
Well, it's Ace Attorney. It always ends with a bad end. Like the best character dying. The best character being Fulbright.
I sure hope Pierce is around here somewhere. Ah, Mr. Wright and Ms. Fay. Hello, Pierce. We were just looking for you. I'm sorry for Master Soren's sudden departure earlier. You have my sincerest apologies. It was totally understandable, really. But shouldn't you be at his side right now? It's fine. The other servants are with him, and I'm in constant contact with them. Do not forget to give him his pain medication, and be sure to keep him hydrated. Also, see to it that he is not up and about. He needs complete bed rest. This is what happens when you're too rich for normal peasant phones. I must return to Master Soren now, but... Wait, why did your speech change when you were talking over the phone? You need to be clear and concise with your words over a communications device. Anyone who is everyone trained in communication knows that. Did you want something of me? Actually, here's Soren's notebook. He dropped it when he collapsed in the pile of his own blood. I hope Pierce doesn't notice the blood stain. Oh, thank you very much for this. I will see to it personally that Master Soren gets it back. Thank you.
I don't like it when Phoenix hands people evidence ever since fucking Von Karma.
I trust you did not look inside.
Oh, of course not. Ever since Vasquez. Oh, yeah, Vasquez did it earlier. I just want to see how much is the game wonking us.
I really don't think we should.
But it might have something really, really important information on it.
Yes, that's quite possible, but still. Well, I guess it is for Ellen's sake at the end of the day. I feel guilty snooping around in somebody else's personal notebook, but maybe we should take a little look-see.
Okay, so. Unavoidable.
Because it is filled with numerous patent-worthy ideas, you see. Look, I know you're busy, but would you mind if I asked you a few questions about the case? Well, as I said, I must be getting back to Master Soren. So, if you could make it quick, I would greatly appreciate that. Alright, I'll make this as quick as I can. I'd like to ask you about the cover-up you tried to pull off, if you don't mind. I told everything there is to tell in court already. Disposing of anything that may harm the Sprocket family's reputation is simply a part of my job. Sounds like a lovely job description. I have nothing more to say on the matter. I will say, I did not think it's wise to spend time on topics that have already been discussed. Right. Pierce, could you tell us more about this accident? That was in Master Soren's notebook. Where the fuck did you get it?
It's a newspaper. Everyone's got some.
Yes, but this is from a year ago and is cut the exact way Master Soren did. With his special scissors. They have the most clean cut. But if you look minusculely at the edge of the paper, it says Sprocket over and over again. Good lord, you people and your patents. Where did you find that? And did I not already tell you about that accident? You did, but you conveniently left out one crucial detail. The fact that Dumas Gloomsbury was driving the car at the time. Oh? Did I not mention that? I suppose it simply did not come up then.
Look at this. Look at this person. Just inject them with the estrogen. Come on. Love women in suits. Trans women in suits, too. I just said the same thing twice.
If Mr. Gloomsbury caused the accident, why didn't the Sprocket family fire him? Wouldn't that usually be the natural consequence of such a huge mistake? Please do not misunderstand. Gloomsbury stayed on with the family. On Master Soren's request. What? That is the type of person Master Soren is. Perhaps it was the influence of Miss Selena's kind nature. She was such a sweet person that even in her last moments, she thought of Master Soren. Not only did Soren not hold a grudge against Gloomsbury, he insisted on keeping him on? Now I really don't understand how that guy's mind works.
I think your theory was probably right. I've said like 4 different theories at this point. I've said there's 2 Sorens. I've said that Pierce Nickody is actually Soren's sibling. And 2 Sorens. Think she's a Soren, and that's why bleeding and notes.
You think it's the time of the month where women bleed, and that was so convenient.
Look at her photo. She could sell a Soren. Yes, but the thing that I'm freaked out about is this picture, especially with all the time travel nonsense they're talking about. There's 3 major things that I see. 1 is the pocket watch. Is it hers? Was it given to Pierce? That could be one thing. Or it could be the other way around. Pierce gives it to her as like a memento. Tid, just bind in glasses. Tid, the plane towards the... No! No! Not again. But the other thing, this phone is very retro. Same with this quill. Why are they using very retro things? And then, the final thing of evidence, people in Ace Attorney tend to look similar, if they're related. But she looks like a fusion between Soren and Ellen. Because you see the little hair swoop that's by her face? It's the same swoop as Ellen's. But that's just their aesthetic and the manner, and Chip too. I mean, maybe. You think she's their daughter? Yes. I think if time travel's really real, Soren has not been talking to his sister. Soren's been talking to his daughter. And he's like, ah, great. And that's why he's been writing everything down meticulously, so he doesn't fuck up having the daughter. And then Pierce does not fit into that time travel thing at all. So Pierce is just a rogue agent in that.
So, you were present for Selena Sprocket's last moments. Yes, in my professional capacity. The accident happened on the way to a certain party. And, what kind of party was it? It was Miss Selena's engagement party. Gloomsbury's injuries were minor, but Miss Selina's and Master Soren's were critical. They were brought to the Sprocket family's regular hospital. Wow, to have such a terrible thing happen on the way to what was to be a day of celebration. Thanks to the surgeon in charge, Master Soren pulled through. But Miss Selina, she... The last words Miss Selina said to me were,
Please help Soren.
Ever since then, I have attended Master Soren and tried to help in any way I can. I see. Selina's fiancé must have been devastated. Indeed. The shock of Miss Selina was so great, he quit being a surgeon.
Where's that thing? That CG was her looking at a doctor. Pierce Nickety was a doctor.
He was a surgeon. Wait, so the surgeon who tried to save them both, was he... Yes, he was Miss Selina's fiancé.
What a terrible tragedy. How awful. So, where is her fiancé now?
I think that was my line, but you can have it. Good question. I wonder that sometimes myself.
What becomes of a man when that man is dead and gone?
So, Selina had a fiancé. I'd like to find out more about him, but I doubt I'll find him anytime soon. So, are we done here? I'm afraid I must be going. Could you please just tell me a little more about Soren? There is nothing more to tell. I can't seem to get any real answers out of him just by asking him questions. There is that piece of evidence I still don't know much about. Maybe he'll be able to tell me something about it.
Okay, you want to sneeze, fuckers? Wow, literally saying words. Stop the sneeze. Pull out a gun.
Pierce, have you ever seen this candelabra before? No, I don't know anything about it. I've been waiting for the gimmick. My Magitama reacted. Pierce must be trying to hide something from me. I have to break those psyche locks. Find out what.
This is what you get for being rude about it.
Pierce. You're hiding something from me about this candelabra, aren't you? It is one of the candelabras from the Flying Chapel, is it not? Is there something special about it? Actually, yes. There's some blood on it, you see. I think the blood might belong to this person.
Take that!
Soren had a rather nasty wound on his body. Wait, Soren has a rather nasty wound on his body, doesn't he? Yes, Master Soren is indeed injured. Are any of the other people involved with this case injured? Not as far as I know. I see. Then, let me ask you this, Pierce. Do you suppose Soren could have been more directly involved than you're letting on? What in the world would make you think that? Oh, I've got my reasons. Mr. Gloomsbury's fingerprints were on this candelabra's stem, which leads me to believe that Mr. Gloomsbury stabbed Soren with it. You cannot possibly think Master Soren is the one responsible for the murder. I don't have any conclusive evidence of that at the moment. But I do think he had a motive. This proves that Soren had a motive to kill Mr. Gloomsbury.
Take that!
Even though it was an accident. Do you know how many car crashes happen in the Ace Attorney universe? About the normal amount. Mr. Gloomsbury was the man responsible for taking Soren's sister away. Let us suppose that Gloomsbury did stab Master Soren with the candelabra. Can you prove that it had anything to do with this case? He might have been stabbed at some other location for some other reason. Sorry, but I can prove it was related to this case. Oh, really? Soren's stabbing and Mr. Gloomsbury's death are definitely connected. Are they now? This is the piece of evidence that ties Soren's injury to Mr. Gloomsbury's murder.
Take that!
A bloodstain was found on the side of the lift that goes between the hold and the Vista deck. Its blood matches the blood of that on the candelabra. I obtained the results straight from the police, so I can assure you, this information is correct. And you can't kill me to cover it up. They already know. This bloodstain on the lift indicates an important fact that shows us... It shows us that... Soren's blood is on the lift, which can only mean one thing. He was there, wasn't he? Soren was at the scene of the crime. You are very astute, Mr. Wright. It appears I cannot hide this from you any longer. Very well. I will tell you everything. Could you tell me about Soren's injury? Very well. This is what I heard directly from Master Soren himself. As you surmised, Master Soren was stabbed by Gloomsbury on the day of the murder. It happened after the first wedding reception. The happy couple was in the reception hall when suddenly Gloomsbury appeared. He attacked Ms. Ellen and tried to take her away. Master Soren went to stop him and found himself in a struggle with Gloomsbury. That is when Master Soren was stabbed with the candelabra, he said. Even though Master Soren was badly injured, he went after Gloomsbury. So, Soren really was at the scene of the murder, wasn't he? Yes, that is correct. However, by the time Master Soren arrived at the scene, Gloomsbury had already been murdered. So, here's to saying that Soren was at the crime scene, but that he didn't have anything to do with the murder itself.
You know what time it is? Medication time! Woo! Yeah, we need to give Pierce some medication. What do you think? Pad, injection, or pills? What do you think would do best?
Even still, why did you try to keep such an important piece of information from me? I am very sorry. Master Soren's injury and Gloomsbury's murder were not directly related. So I decided not to mention it.
Ugh. There's the sneeze. The pills taste like strawberries. Hooray! Bless you. Yippee! I'd super chat if I could.
Well, that's gonna be the funniest first ever super chat. Just like, hey, I heard you finally got super chat. Here's 50 cents for sneezing that one time on Ace Attorney. Ta-da! We've moved up the dono to 75 cents. Woo! You have to do at least $2 for message. Ah. Okay, now you're being greedy. At least for boy. Yeah, the $2 thing does make sense. Because if you could throw pennies at people to get messages, I imagine that would get ridiculous. And this is why I have tissues in my desk. My nose is my worst enemy. The amount of text is also based on how much you put in. That's weird. I've definitely seen $5 donations that are like a huge block of text. But yeah, those were practiced sneezes, if you can believe it. Because I sadly have the gene where my sneezes want to be the loudest thing possible. Is that one something else? Because Super Chat limits it. Weird. I wish I had enough subscribers so that way I could see all the fun Super Chats and money-making stuff. But I can't. I don't have much reference on that. You'd have to ask the boys themselves.
So, I decided not to mention it, so as not to unnecessarily complicate the investigation.
The most charming women have the loudest sneezes. So yeah, that's stolen valor, Ibby. That's why I don't want loud sneezes.
Now then, I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I really must go now. Please excuse me. Thank you for your time.
Pierce should have just told us everything in the first place and saved us a whole lot of time. The travel has been ridiculous.
You did that on purpose.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. But I guess it isn't that simple for him. He is the family butler, after all, and this is an Ace Attorney game. If everyone told us everything up front, we'd be able to solve cases. Like that. He sure didn't make our job any easier, though, did he? But at least we learned something new. Soren was at the scene of the crime.
That's true. One step forward is better than none. So, what's next, Nick?
Let's see. The forensic team might be done investigating the reception hall by now. Let's go check it out.
Sounds like a plan.
Thank you for your service, butler.
September 22nd. Slang Chapel, reception hall.
It looks like the police are done with their investigation in here. I wonder if it's okay for us to take a look around now.
I have no idea who this is, so I think it's Athena? They're the only person that I can imagine would be here and say, "Oh, hi, Mr. Wright." It's not Emma? Unless it's Emma. Let's go with Emma, because they're supposedly detectiving. Oh, hi, Mr. Wright. Oh, it is Emma.
Hi, Emma. Would it be alright if we investigate in this room now?
Sure. The police are all done, so go for it. Oh, remember that broken lantern? I restored it to perfection. I have to say, it's some of my best work.
Sounds like the repair job was a resounding success. Thanks, Emma. We'll take a good look around it, too.
Well, I have to be getting back to the station. Try not to mess up the crime scene if you can help it.
We'll be careful.
I'll be seeing you. Bye, Emma. And thank you.
Well, shall we get started? There it is. Here is the broken lantern. All patched up. And I do mean patched. Look, the wings are even gonked. Oh, they put the handles on backwards. Emma
Said this was some of her best work. So I know she put a lot of effort into it.
It was pretty smashed up. Must have been a lot of work to piece it back together. Well, she gets an A for effort at any rate. Huh. This wheel handle on the back has blood on it. Looks like somebody gripped it with a bloody hand.
Maybe the blood got there when the killer was putting old Doom Gloom's body inside. Do you see anything else worth noting?
Well, there's another one of these lanterns over there. So it might be a good idea to really compare the two later.
This is the unbroken Pegable lantern. And this is the one that Emma restored. I would say they look exactly the same. I wouldn't say they look exactly the same, more that they're made up of the same parts.
Wait a minute.
What is it, Maya?
I think there's something off about this Pegable.
Just about everything about it looks off to me.
I'm not quite sure what it is, but some detail isn't quite right. Show me the restored lantern again.
Hey, I know. It's this, right?
What? Where?
The thing about the restored lantern that's off is the...
I mean, yeah, the angle of the wings is off.
I've got it. The angle of the wing is different, and it's attached all wrong.
Well, duh, Nick. I could have told you that. I mean, there's something more subtle. Something that feels just slightly off.
Why the hell are you being like this, Maya?
Because you don't think a ladder is a step ladder.
Isn't it the other way around?
I don't care anymore. I just want to win. You know what I mean?
No, not really. I mean, what's the point of switching sides on issues if you're not... If you're switching side on issues, you really are just going for a win and not actually caring about what your subject is.
Looks at something political. It could really be anything. Even in the future, that could be prevalent.
The thing about the restored lantern that's off is...
Color of the wheel handle.
Look. It's the wheel handle. It's a different color altogether.
Emma got the inside and outside wheel handles switched around. Sorry, stole your line.
Emma got the inside and outside wheel handles switched around.
Oh, wow! You're right! And there's blood here on this handle, as if somebody's gripped it with a bloody hand.
Right. Which means that the blood got on the handle from the inside of the lantern.
Do you think the blood got there when the killer was putting the body in the lantern?
It's really hard to say at this point. If only there was someone with a bloody hand.
Yeah. Wow. What's a wind-up key doing here?
This is where the murder weapon, the Timekeeper, was displayed. I guess it's in police custody now. Huh? What's this? A key? Let's ask the maid about it.
Let's ask the maid about it.
That was my idea.
You stole my line, jackass.
How come you don't get a censor beep when you say jack?
'Cause you don't need that word.
Good idea. She might be able to tell us something. Excuse me. Could I ask you a question?
Oh, of course. What would you like to know?
Do you know anything about this key?
It's the key that starts up the Timekeeper.
A startup key.
That's right. Oh, the first startup of love. The first startup of love ceremony was so beautiful. The bride and groom each had a symbol of their love. And when they put them together, oh, how romantic it was.
First startup of love ceremony? What exactly did that entail?
Oh, it's a ceremony in which the couple activated the timekeeper together for the first time. I suppose it was kind of like a cake cutting ceremony.
And what are these symbols of their love you mentioned?
Well, it's kind of an industry secret, so I can't really say. I'm so sorry. I'd better be getting back to my work.
Looks like there's an order from above not to talk about it. It's a part of my Minecraft skin. There's a mini Marshy running around somewhere.
Woohoo! Woohoo!
Yeah, fuck, Maya, get it!
Yeah!
She ate it whole. Ugh. Man, I want to get married someday. You already have a husband. You're getting greedy, Ibby. You want a husband and a marriage? Yeesh. It's 2025. Ow! I mean, marry my husband. No, you only get one. You can either have a wedding ceremony or a husband. Times are cheap in this day and age. I only say husband because boyfriend sounds too casual. Well, okay then. Looks like there's, yeah, read that.
Hey! I think that tablecloth is new! They must have changed it since yesterday.
Yeah, it was yellow here. Huh? How can you tell?
Because the food stains that were there are now gone.
I should have known it's because of food.
I'm called Burger Lady for a reason.
It's another beautiful, you were lying.
It's another beautiful day outside, isn't it? The birds are singing, the flowers are blooming, and detectives like you should be burning in hell.
Put eyes in the chat. Come on. Sans it. Skulls or eyes. Do it. Yeah. If only it wasn't the scene of a murder. We could really enjoy it. What for? Sans. The birds are singing. The flowers are blooming. On days like this, kids like you should be burning in hell.
True.
It must be tough for the maids to have to work on a beautiful day like today.
Oh, we don't mind.
I didn't think you could hear me way over there.
We don't think of it as simply cleaning. It's more like we're wiping away all of the sadness stuck to this airship.
Wow, talk about devoted. Yeesh. I guess we've checked out everything of interest in this area. All of Sans speech as emojis. Birds are singing, flowers are blooming. On days like this, children like you should be burning in hell. There's another one. Hey, take a look at that door.
I was looking at the broad. Dame? Okay, Dame.
I wonder where it goes.
Shall we open it up and see?
Wait! Please don't open that. It's the emergency escape hatch. It leads directly outside and you'll fall to your death.
Whoa! That was a close one. Oh, Maya.
I'll say.
Hooey.
Well, I think we've checked out everything relevant to this case.
How have we? It feels like we've done a lot, and we're only 2 hours in, practically.
What are you two doing here? Wait, what are you doing here? Oh. What are you two doing here? What are you doing here? Soren, shouldn't you be resting in bed? You're injured. How do you know that? Never mind.
Oh no! Oh no! No! It just. Oh no! You ever see the classic Adam Sandler hit 50 First Dates? A certain car crash debilitates the main girl of the movie, and she can't remember any day past the day. So, what if Soren, because of the car crash, can't remember anything every day? Boo! This case messes with your sense of time. All of these case streams have felt long. Oh no! Okay, here you go, Ibby. Here's the nervous boy without the text box. How do you know about that? Never mind. My notebook. Have you seen my notebook? I can't find it anywhere. My notebook. I need my notebook. What's the matter with him? My notebook. I have to have. Master Soren. Master Soren, I told you to stay in bed. My notebook. Here you go. Yes, this is it. So, Soren gets emotionally unstable without that notebook of his. Whew. I mean, I too would be kind of freaking out if I didn't have an anchor of time. Looks like he's calmed down now. Soren, do you mind if I talk to you for a minute? I cannot allow you to do that. What if his wound were to open up again? He needs to rest. Ugh. I guess you're right. Now, if you will excuse us. Master Soren, let us retire. All right. All right. There they go. Pierce is right. I guess he really isn't in any condition to be questioned. Well, let's go back to the agency and sort through what we've learned. We're back. Anybody here? Oh, hi, boss.
Athena! I thought you were with Trucy.
I guess you could say that I'm taking a short break. Hmm? But enough about me. What about the investigation? Did you find out anything? Did you win? Did you win? Did you win?
Well, turns out that the third person Ellen said she saw at the crime scene might have been Soren Sprocket.
What? Really?
Are you doing as much flattery as you can to not be told to go to Trucy again?
I always thought he seemed suspicious.
It's not a no. Thing is, by the time Soren got to the Vista deck, the murder had already occurred, apparently.
No way. I don't buy that. Not for a second. It's a cover-up. A cover-up, I tell you.
That's certainly a possibility. And as a lawyer, it's certainly a possibility I have to pursue. But
what? It's your job, right? So pursue the heck out of it. Just do it. Don't let your memes be dreams.
yeah, but is that really what's best for Ellen?
Doesn't matter. We go for the truth. Because the truth will set you free. Soren could be found guilty if the truth comes out tomorrow. You know? That's not setting him free. That's literally the opposite. But if we don't pursue this possibility, Ellen could be found guilty instead. We're on a seesaw. A little seesaw of death. Oh, man, you're not great at music, are you? No. Either way, it sure doesn't spell out happily ever after for the two of them. Miss Docs, everyone. So, what are you gonna do, Mr. Wright?
I can't let an innocent person get convicted. So I guess all I can really do is pursue the truth. Even if it ends up devastating Ellen.
Devastator mention. Devastator mention. I'm getting parts of Devastator next month. Yeah! I pre-ordered them. Because I want Devastator. I fucking love combiners. What a tough call to make. Still, there's always a chance, right? Right? Maybe something will come up during the trial that will save their marriage. Fucking love combiners, Charlie. I love combiners.
I hope so. I really do.
Do you know those Marvel Legends Build-A-Figures? Are they Lego? Marvel has many a Build-A-Figure lines that have happened through the years. No.
Well, Maya, let's go.
Break the news to Ellen, you mean?
Yep.
Mr. Wright! Please take me with you! I bet I can help you console Ellen through this piece of bad news.
Athena. I appreciate the offer. But don't you have somewhere else to be?
Do I? Athena! What are you doing here? I've been looking for you. I've been looking all over for you. Come on now. Let's get back to practicing. No. Wait. My body can't take it anymore. Boss, you gotta help me. Add that to another list of for the Trucy fanfics. Trucy has infinite stamina and makes any woman unable to walk for a few days. Their main figure line, like 8-inch, high quality figure line for decades.
They're often release a line where each figure has a piece of a giant Galactus figure. Ooh! Interesting. You've got a leg and a waist. I nearly have Mandroid built. I just need Grimlock and Bumblebee to finish that. And I have thoughts about Build-A-Figures for Transformers. You might see that in a video that's maybe going to be recorded today or tomorrow. Who knows? Who knows? Boss, you gotta help me.
A lawyer always keeps their promises, Athena. That's why I'm being so fucking hard on you. Do you know how hard it is to find a babysitter for Trucy?
She's 17, boss. She doesn't need a babysitter.
No. It's not babysitting as in to make sure the baby doesn't kill anyone. It's babysitting to make sure she doesn't get any more fucking girlfriends.
But boss, if we have more girlfriends, that's more guaranteed tickets. It's more income. If you bail on me one more time, Athena, I'm going to use a real blade on you.
Jeez.
Have Tenmataro watch her. Really easy. She has 8 girlfriends and their parents. Ah!
Sorry, Athena, but somebody's got to do it. Better you than me, though. Hang in there, kiddo. Come on, Maya. We better get going. September 22nd.
Do you remember the 21st night of September? This is the only time to sing this song. Because you can't actually sing the song on the 21st night of September. Because the events are happening concurrently.
Hello, Ellen.
How did your investigation go, Mr. Wright?
Before I answer that, I need to ask you something. Was Soren with you when Mr. Gloomsbury attacked you in the reception hall?
I'm sorry I kept it from you. I was afraid that he'd come under suspicion if I told you.
Okay, I just noticed that there's a triangle in Ellen's pendant, and this key is a triangle.
So I kept quiet about it. I'm really sorry.
I see. I thought it was probably something like that.
It says in the item description for that. It's already in the text. You sure? It says the pendant is the time machine. I'm saying the two parts go together to activate the time machine. That's the thing she called the time machine since the start. But this is the timekeeper. Heck, I even think it goes on this gear. Or it goes next to the gear. Because you need a pin to hold a gear onto, and this could be the pin and the applier. And the maid said that both of them had an item to activate the timekeeper. So,
Lock, stock, and barrel. Let's roll!
Listen, Ellen. I'm afraid I had to make a very difficult decision based on what I found.
What kind of decision?
This is very hard for me to say, but the mysterious person you saw at the scene of the crime was most likely Soren.
What?
In other words, in court tomorrow, I'm afraid I have to propose the possibility that Soren is the true culprit.
No! Soren is innocent! No!
But don't you see? If I don't try to pursue that line of thought, you'll be found guilty.
No! No! No!
Please, Ellen, calm down.
So it just can't be found guilty! I'd much rather be found guilty instead! Ellen! You can't let yourself think like that! Stop it! Ugh. But, no! Marriage is for life! Right? Do you really think you can run away from the truth and still be truly happy with him? You're not married, so how can you possibly understand? Ah! Sometimes you just got to do whatever it takes to make things work. But Nick, you talk to her.
Hey! Don't just dump this all on me.
Mr. Right, I'm innocent and Sovereign is too. So please, prove our innocence in court!
I'll certainly do everything in my power. Gosh.
She really pulled out all the waterworks when I fucking ran out of my tea. All I got is water.
You're married, Nick. Yeah, but she wasn't talking to me. She was talking to Maya, technically speaking. That's how they can legally get away with it in the game and not to piss off the fans. I just hope she doesn't lose control like this in court tomorrow.
I think this whole convo could be avoided by saying if you think he's innocent for sure, then the truth will prove that we'll find the proof by testing him. You do have some stuff to check out.
Yeah, do we call the stream 30 minutes early? Or do we go for like another 20 minutes and then for the last 10 minutes of the stream check out drawings? Vote! Make your voices heard. You can vote. Game time is over. Or just 20 more minutes. Okay, let's see. Wow, instantly 5 votes. Mom! Get in here, Mom!
What if we're 20 minutes in, something big happens that demands we can't leave?
We can leave. It's a visual novel.
Unless it fucking pulls out a Danganronpa, here's a button combo thing you need to push, which I don't think is gonna happen. Alright. That seems to be all the votes. But since 20 more minutes Mom got 20%, it hit the number that was in the word, and so now we go another 20 minutes. But what if we won't remember it in a week's time? Check general media for a small edit and then creations. Also, don't forget to like the stream, comment, clip it, subscribe, share it with your friends. Subscribe so you can see whenever the next one happens. And if videos show up on the channel. Jarvis. Scream at your mom. Okay, yeah. Well, we don't get many opportunities to end stream a bit early. So, flump. We'll see the conclusion of that next time on Monday at noon PST. American PST. You can subscribe to be notified of when the stream is about to go. So, woo. Same TID time, same TID channel. Sometimes. I mean, I did make cameos on Kiri and others' channels, but they... How am I the most consistent person to do content? What happened? Okay. So... Let's see. Discord. Bam. Ah, you can see my most recent Transformers haul on stream. And a Wally wallet. Oh, that punch.
Chief, remind me why you're in the general media of the station.
Sir, to do a meme. Why is Larry there? Huh? That's why Larry has. I fucking love Larry's design and his like little animations and stuff. I hate his personality. It's Lumpy Space Princess all over again. It's not all over again because with Lumpy Space, I also hate Lumpy Space's voice combined with her personality. Whereas Larry doesn't have a voice. Larry's my voice. Well, I make Larry's voice, I mean. I don't get it, but he looks cool. Who's Hal Jordan? The master cook. Do you think if Soren got cucked by Larry, he'd become a Sorrow Lantern? Very bad man.
All my homies hate Larold.
This is general, not creative, Tid. There's an edit. I was told this order. And now, creations. Oh, look, here's what we did earlier. This Biscuit's house. With the little biscuit. With his little handkerchief. Forgot the word. I almost said ascot. And then there's Doll. And there's the sun. And there's a house. And there's sunflowers. And there's this fucking thing showing up. Big surprise for the main character. Oh my gosh! That's amazing! Holy moly! That's so good! Oh my gosh! Get all of them. That's so good. Happy birthday, everybody. Oh, Tiefling has the right idea. Tiefling has the right idea. I mean, I can retroactively change all the thumbnails. Gay. Yes, I am. And of course, the color purple. Excellent choice. Ooh. Yeah, like a corset. Like what Francisca has. You know what's better than women in suit? Women in power armor like Samus. And you too can get this fantasy if you just simply play a female character in D&D, an artificer doing the armorer subclass. Yeah, it's literally power armor. Is there any more? Or is everyone just talking about outfits? I'll read this all later. There's just... Achoo! Look, I'm there. Yeah, Kiri arrived. And there's Ebi being... I don't know what's going on here. Oh, is this supposed to be a Kiri arm with the scroll? And then there's the tiny Marshy. Hi, Mom! I'm on TV! Well, now it's not on TV. Wow. Y'all did such great work. Thank you, Doll. Thank you, Marshy. Marshy, that... We're going to talk about that after stream. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm not very good at thumbnails. Had to get Doll to help me with the Francisco one. Because I don't know spacing or anything like that. How I treat this YouTube channel is, it's enough. It's enough effort I put in. I don't throw a ton of effort in because then I'll have to copy it. I don't do a ton of effort unless I know I can consistently do it. So I do the lowest amount of effort. That's why the Friday video is designed how it is. It's just audio first, and then I edit around how I talk. Instead of having a plan in mind of how to edit it. And that's when I can do special little flourishes of where it's just like, okay, I made it with that. And all the stream thumbnails are just, it's a screen cap of the title with a number in the corner, in the same corner every time. I can make crappy thumbnails and somewhat decent art. Which one do you want? You don't make somewhat decent art. You're amazing, Marshy. Marshy, stop downplaying my friend's art. Marshy, shut up! Yeah, Marshy, you are incredible. Don't fix what ain't broken. I'll bully you! Jeez, Conker. Bully me, Conky. Alright, I think you two should have a private room. You smell bad! Yep, go. Push. Yeah. There. Pushed. Chat's gone. I pushed it into the dark void. I didn't push it to the sides or anything, or up or down. I pushed it into the fourth dimension. Like what Maya did. Okay, but really, we need this for archival purposes. But yeah, that's about stream today. We will continue the venture next time, noon, Monday, PST. And, oh gosh. There's something going on with Soren and their notebook. It could be there's two Sorens. It could be 51st date Soren of they can't remember anything, and so they constantly have to look at the book to know what's going on. We have a big idea that Pierce is the fiancé of Soren's sister. And is that really everyone? And then there's Gloomsbury, who killed the sister by driving poorly. But then, wasn't it actually the surgeon who failed to save them because they saved Soren? And would have Pierce have traded the life of Soren for Selena's? I forgot her name. Like Gwenpool. The 12th Night by Shakespeare. Maybe they saved What's-Her-Face. And she went as Soren for protection. And that's why she bled. She's still injured. I think the implication is that Soren is still stabbed from the candelabra that had a lot of blood on it. Stabby. But, Doll, you are bringing up a very, very interesting point of what if they do it again? It's a car crash with a sibling. They went under surgery and now look like the other one. All the way back from game 2. That would truly be a time traveler turnabout. That, I mean, if they had that, they better have Phoenix go, Maya, does this seem familiar to you? Yeah, Nick, this is really weird. Really, Eenie's my miney. I don't know how to spell it. Well, you can look it up after stream. It's time to die. Goodbye. Video might be coming today, tomorrow, or Wednesday. Who knows?